Hi, Happy New Year and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to plan for the week beginning the 1st through to the 7th in my new Erin Condren 8x10 Hourly. I am really looking forward to this, but also a little bit intimidated because I've never used an 8x10 Hourly layout, but I'm just going to have fun. So the kit, the very first kit I'm going to be using is, where are you? Here. And it is the New Year's kit from Hubman and Chubgirl. So let me show you what I've got. I bought the full range of it this year. I'll link the haul down below if you're interested, because I just couldn't help myself. The colours are right up my street. So I have these little, what are they called? Die cuts, vinyl die cut stickers. And I took one away because it didn't say 2024. So I'm going to make myself use the ones for 2024. And this is the kit. So we have full boxes, to-dos, work, don't forget, day off, etc. A bunch of little functional full boxes. We have headers, washi strips, habit trackers, this full checklist, weekend. I do have a Monday to Sunday, which I am actually going to use because I was thinking that this colour would go. It's like a mauvey purple, but it doesn't because this is more of a true purple. So I'm going to cover it and use the day headers, why not? And just have lots of fun. The other thing I have is I got some extra sticker sheets because, like I said, I bought the whole range. I loved it. And I took everything off the sticker sheets that said 2024 on it and just kept the rest for this little sheet. It can be used, there's the other vinyl sticker, die cut, but these can be used at any year. They don't say 2024 on it. So I thought I would make myself stick to the ones that actually do, to use as much of them up. And if she asks for feedback, to be honest, mine would be, now in saying that, actually this is them and this is them. This was a separate sheet that I bought that says hello 2024. But anyway, I have the whole year to use them, it's fine, but my feedback would be to maybe not put the year on everything or so many different things. For example, this little panda could easily just be holding a champagne glass and not have a headband that said 2024, because I could use it for any occasion, birthdays, anniversaries, any New Year's. But these are all, every one of them, specific to 2024, and I don't want to waste them, but there's only going to be so many that I can actually use. But we'll see, I'll keep this here and I'll use it throughout the year where I can. But yeah, my feedback would be to not put 2024 on so many things. And because I'm covering this, I'm going to have to lift out a washi. Let's do grey or something. Where's my empty washi? I've got this pastel grey, that'll do. And then I'm going to need dates, because dates don't come in this, only the days. So I purposefully bought some dates because I knew I'd be doing that, and they are transparent, so I can stick them right on top of this and it won't matter. It's number TBM T64 transparent minis from Planner Monkey Co. I'll start by covering up here and we will go from there.
There's some stains on your photo, little cracks on your rusty frame, stuck in the mud, but it's okay.
I'm kind of going with the flow a little bit on this because it's my first time. I do have a kind of an idea of what I want, but partly it is go with the flow. I want to have what week it is. Something I really enjoyed doing last year, you know, writing week 1, week 2, week 3, etc. So let's get something from the actual kit where I can mark that. Let's use a blue box. And then this is a glitter strip by the looks of it. And we'll see here if I'm going to completely regret using Hobonichi kits in an 8x10 planner. I was full of good intentions when I started to collect these. I collected Hobonichi kits for ages. And I initially thought that I would someday end up using them in like an A5 softbound or something like that. Or even, you know, something like the likes of this. That's a 3-month planner that's made for Hobonichi kits. But it's just not for me. I love having the room. This is a keepsake for me. And I love being able to look back on it and not feel like really squished and oh, I can't include that because I've no room for it. So I just figured I've been collecting them anyway. I could sit and collect them forever. Thinking, yeah, you know, eventually use an A5, and the reality is I won't. This is a dark grey Zebra Sarasa Grand Barrel, and it's a dark grey ink as well in 0.5. So that's right, week 1. So yeah, I just told myself I was going to use them, and I figured it would lean into the fact that I love having lots of space, using lots of stickers, but not feeling like it's really crammed. Like using these in an A5 planner would take up half of your day. So yeah, I don't think I'll regret it, but we'll see. Anyway, let's put the days down at the top of the week before we go any further. Yeah, I totally have that feeling of that in a new planner, and you guys will understand this if you are fellow planners. And if you're randomly clicking on this video and you're not into planning, maybe you won't, but that's okay. But I have that feeling of you're almost too scared to use it. I've been planning for so long, thinking about what planner I want to use. You know, thinking, oh, this is the year I'm going to use my kits, going to all the trouble of organising that little book, you know, and planning out which kit I'm going to use when, and I've been organising all my stickers and restocking. I do that once a year, like a restock of the basics, and then just collect kits throughout the year. I've actually moved on to collecting standard size now. They don't make an 8x10 size. But anyway, the point of this ramble is that I was procrastinating a little in planning this week. And I was going to hold off and maybe do it on another day, you know, and wait until the week had started. Or I was thinking, well, sure, it's New Year's. I'm not really going to be needing planning functionally on the week of New Year's as much as I would any other week. It'll be a very get back into a routine, go with the flow week, etc. You know, making all the excuses and thinking, okay, well, maybe I'll treat it like a memory planner this week and just keep a record and use this instead of having the weekly section as my pre-planner, which is what I want. I could use the weekly and write down everything in there and then put it in here at the end of the week, etc, etc, so that I can make it, you know, perfect. And I just said, Ruth, stop being ridiculous. You've told yourself this year that you don't want to have to go back at the end of the week. It's something that I really promised myself that as much as I love my year in my life journal, for example, this year, I did sort of towards the end of the year get a bit fed up of going and typing up my week after it happened, and the aim was to do it on a Monday, and it's crept into a Tuesday, and then it would get to Wednesday and I still hadn't journaled the week before, and then I would sit down to enjoy putting it all down, but I would be journaling a few weeks at a time because, again, I procrastinated, and I want to be more in the moment with journaling this year and in general. And even though this is something that I'm going to keep, in a sense, it will be a memory planner when the year is over, in the sense it'll have all my memories. I told myself that I wanted to combine the decorative part and the keepsake and not... What am I trying to say? I don't want to have to sit at the end of the week and go back and do a whole lot of things. Go back and fill in my socials journal for what happened for the week. Go back and fill in my year in my life digitally, and then at another stage go back and actually create it. Go back and do my memory planner. I just didn't want to do it anymore. I wanted to be able to move on to the next week, and this will have my plans, but I'm hoping it'll work, because even though I'm putting in the gist of my plans, I can't fill it out with what I actually did in spaces as the week goes on. And then by the time I'm getting to this next week, I can officially move on and have this all completed. That's the aim anyway. We'll see if it happens. Because I just don't have the same time anymore to be able to sit down and fill in so many things after the fact. And then there's also the fact that with my journaling, I want to be able to capture it there and then, and not after it happened, you know what I mean? I'm probably waffling a little bit, but hopefully you get the point. Anyway, right, let's put the dates in. So we need one. How satisfying is it, by the way, that January the 1st is on a Monday? I just think that's awesome. It's the little things that make me happy in life. And I'm just going to have to resign myself to the fact that that means that whenever I first do the decoration, that I'm going to have, not every week, but most weeks, I'll have what seems to be a pretty empty spread. And that's fine, because I will fill it in as the week goes on. And I just need to get used to that and not feel like I have to have the whole thing decked out in one sitting, like I've been used to doing when memory planning. Next is... what exactly? I don't know. Will I put in my food boxes? Why not? Let's put the countdown actually, because at midnight coming into New Year, that's when you're doing, you know, your countdown into New Year's. And because this is made for Hobonichi, I have plenty of room. So we've done yellow, let's do blue. I'll do the blue Happy New Year. When will I put that? Another thing I told myself about this was I'm not going to obsess over the times, because if I did, like for example, I have a nail and lash appointment at 5 o'clock on Friday. So yes, I'm going to put in the nail and lash appointment at 5 o'clock on Friday. However, I work from either 8 to 4 or 9 to 5, depending on when I get out of bed. But anyway, I don't want to do what I've done in the past with an hourly planner and block out 9 to 5. I'm going to actually write down here my work hours and where I was working from home or office or whatever, and not put them in here, because it blocks out this huge chunk, that this section here I was working, and then I don't want to have to write in what I was actually doing in work, like meetings, etc. But if that means that you just get a big blank section in the middle of your planner. So while I am going to put things that have a time on a particular day on that day, I'm also going to, we need a purple non-panda. This mightn't work out, but we'll try. What was I talking about? My brain is in holiday mode still, clearly. What was I saying? Oh dear, bless us, Ruth. I've completely lost my train of thought. Yes, that's what I was saying. Work. So I might then, you know, get home from work and do a whole load of video filming, and then clean the house, and then have something else. And I'm not going to try to cram all those things into that little section of time to make sure. It's getting very dark outside, by the way, even though it's like, what time is it? 20 to 2 in the afternoon. So the shadowiness is crazy, and the light, overhead light, the main light in this room doesn't work. So I'm sorry, I'm just having to deal with it until I get my new studio set up. So I apologise if that is bugging you, but there's nothing I can do about it. Unless I just want to not film any videos until I get my new studio set up, which I'm not going to do. Yeah, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to hold myself accountable to things happening on certain times, because, you know, I can put up here that I filmed, and even if it was at 7 o'clock at night, it doesn't matter. I'll maybe do a rule where, like, if it really happened on a time, I keep the time, whereas if it didn't, I'll cover the time or something. I don't know, but I need to not be obsessive about that because I'll end up with this big massive gap in the middle of my planner and that'll just be wick. Right, yellow panda. And I am just doing this at complete random, and every week I will probably change it up. Maybe some week I'll have them all along the top, maybe some week I won't. We shall see. So we need blue not panda, which we don't have. So let's just do the blue like pattern here. And I might actually do it right down at the bottom. No. Let's do it over dinner time. No, because that's when my nail appointment is. Let's do it here. And I'm not getting these in the exact same position in the sense of how central they are. But I'm not going to be obsessive. So I keep telling myself, am I trying to convince me or am I trying to convince you? Right, let's do a purple panda, and because they're both the same, we'll use this one. Can you see the logic? Let's do the weekend ones up here. And what do we need now? Yellow. Oh, you get 9 of these. That's cool. Totally forgot about that. I was thinking it was the normal 8 where you get 7 and then 1 for your sidebar. Very handy. Let's put, no, this is supposed to be blue, purple. No, it is yellow. So now I have 2 left. So let's move over and start with the sidebar. So I'm going to do work. And I have this little label here. I'll just centralize it. And then I'm going to use the pre-set up day sort of checklist thing and centralize that. And I will be able to put what I'm working, and I already know that I'm off. So that's a bank holiday. Anyway, and then let's do another little splitter this time. No, I'll do the silver again because that's purple. And then let's use one of these. 2024 in blue, because we have no blue down the sidebar. And then I was initially thinking that the sidebar would be used for my journal prompts, but I'm not doing that this year. I'm not doing the pre-prompts, I'm doing it in the moment. And I keep talking about my journal, and I know you haven't seen it yet, so but you will at the end of the month. So anyway, I won't need that this year. And I was trying to think of how I could have a nod to my journal, because I have the nod to my journals here, and I like that. I like connecting it in that way. But I don't really know any way to do that, and I only have a monthly theme, I don't have weekly themes, etc. So I'm just going to leave it. But I am going to do a nod to my socials because they are a huge part of my week, and I have this little checklist down here. So my socials will say what I'm posting specifically with thumbnails and all that there, but I'm going to do a little dot on the days that I post something, and one will be Instagram and one will be YouTube, and I think that's perfect. And I should zoom you in so you can actually see this here at the side. So there's not going to be one that says socials, but I can get one that says this week, and that'll do. However, that is going to leave a space between the little full box and the socials. So let's use one of these little space fillers. How many of these do we get actually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do one in here and then one under each of the full boxes, because they say 2024. So it's not like I can just save them for another time, so I might as well use them. Let's do that. I'm one for using your stickers, and you know, I store them in a way that's organised. That, you know, last year when I reorganised my stickers, I did it in a way that I wanted to make myself use them more, and it totally worked, because there were certain stickers, like my leftover Erin Condren ones, for example, that I completely used up. However, I also want you to know that I was looking for that and I lifted this room. But yeah, I also want you to know that sometimes I have to destash, and sometimes I do have to throw things out and just recycle them. Unfortunately, that is life. If you feel like, for example, these little dots, I might use them, but I might not. And if I don't, I could put them on release paper in a book and just have them there for the rest of my life and never use them, because I feel too bad to get rid of them. And I am not a hoarder at all. So set yourself free from feeling like you've wasted money, because you don't have to use every single little itty bitty sticker on a page in order to have got benefit out of it. Maybe you don't agree with that, but that's just my opinion. I think you have to set yourself free in a way of, like I said, feeling like you have to use every single label, every single dot, every single blah 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 in order to have got the most out of a kit. And I just don't feel that way, because I am not a hoarder, and I use what I can, I keep what I can, but I destash where I can, and I also give myself the freedom to recycle stuff too. To each their own though. Excuse me, to each their own though. If you disagree, excuse me, to each their own though. If you disagree, that's perfectly fine. If you're someone who feels like you absolutely have to use every single square inch, otherwise you wasted it, let's not argue about it. That's your right. I'm just covering this section down here. There's 3 little spaces down at the bottom. And I don't need all 3. So, oh, that's cut individually. Let's do this. It's not going to make it right to the end here. So maybe I'll just use this little Happy New Year then to cover that section. I was going to just use the strip, the full strip underneath. Is this a full strip here? No, they're all individual Happy New Years. Let's do one here. No, let's do it here. Underneath the 2024. Right, so that's the sidebar done, and the full boxes, I have 1 full box left, so let's put it down here, I think, on Sunday. No. I think I'll put it down here on the actual New Year's Day, because I'm not likely to do anything very productive on New Year's Day. I am going to put a 2024 in here, I think. Why not? I'm going to put one of these in here. Hello 2024. And then I'm going to actually take a look here. Now it does say 2024 there, but I think I'm going to put a little 2024 here too. Why not? I have plenty, I might as well use them. And then what about in these spreads? I've got 2024 there. Should I put the big Hello 2024 in here? No. Yeah, that'll do. Don't get carried away. Right, back to planning. So, Monday is New Year's Day. I have event stickers that go in the weeks. And I have New Year's Day, and that'll fit in there nicely, right under the Monday. Do you see that? Or are you too far away? There. Something I wanted to do this year is mark the weather. I have never done that in my planner, ever. And I was actually considering putting it in here under the day. But I would rather put the weekend up at the top when I have a weekend banner. And I have loads of space down here that I don't need for anything else. And I've considered so many things. Like I considered doing Instagram here and what it was. YouTube here, the day that I posted and what it was. But I also have a socials journal. And I've just got myself really confused now and I don't know because I still can't decide. I thought maybe once I actually start planning, it would just click for me. And I have covered these, but I could lift them. So do I want to do the weather on the top and have this as an Instagram row and a YouTube row? Or do I want to just cover these, just have what I posted in it, like with a dot when I posted, and have the rest of my socials, and then I could use here for what the weather was, and I could do what we ate for dinner, like specifically. Oh, I don't know, I'm so indecisive. I don't know. I'm just gonna have to leave it for now and let myself think about that a bit more. But I am gonna capture the weather, definitely. I have a weather app all set up on my phone so that each day I can write what the high and low was, and I've never done that before, but I think it would be fun. It's part of your day, it's something to look back on. So yeah, I'm going to leave that for now. I want one of these for the first week, 1st to the 7th in my journal, and I want one of these for the 1st to the 7th in my socials journal. So I need to pick just then one for here, and they'll be used up fine and dandy. And I think I'll use this one and put them there, and then use these for my other journals. And if you can follow my thought process, good for you. These tweezers are really handy. I have like this cutting mat and I pick the back of vinyls off with it. Or if I print something on sticker paper or whatever, I can pick the back off and it doesn't like poke into my desk by having the cutting mat. It's very handy. But then I have these ones because I find them much better because the reverse grip I can let go. I'll do an updated tools of the trade video of all the new little things I've discovered at some point, and just letting you know it's very handy. So I just need to put in a few things that I know for definite now, and I will decide. I'll let you know when I'm planning for the 8th to the 14th where I put the weather, and did I put videos down here on Instagram, or what did I put? And honestly, I'm leaning towards having the weather along here, but then I don't have space for a title over there. But then does that matter? I don't know. I'll think about it more and I'll let you know. But for now, I have New Year's Day in. It's also my husband's granny's 82nd birthday, and I need to update my groceries because I have a delivery on the Tuesday. So let's do the birthday on a little label. In fact, no, there's a label with a little clinking glass. So I'll put that in here and write that it's her birthday. Do you know, I could also do events down here and not up there. Like, is it someone's birthday? Is it New Year's? But then what about the days where there are no events? Will I just leave it blank? Do you know what? I'm not going to duplicate. I am doing events and any birthdays down in this row as a standard. So this will be for Ray's birthday. And then I can just put a little fun sticker on days that it doesn't happen. I can put the weekend banner down here. Hopefully this comes up easy. They are supposed to be removable. No. Is that a sign that I shouldn't do that? The weather up there? Right, let's have the weekend sticker there. just cover up here with some sort of washi. I can do events along here and weather along the bottom. That's just gonna have to be the way it is now because putting that weekend's banner down has decided for me. I suppose there's no reason why I can't change it up. At the end of the day, if I try it and hate it a particular way, I can do it a different way. There. So the birthday will go here as part of the day. The events will go along here. And seeing as I have no other events the rest of this week, I will cover it. And down here will be the weather. Done. Right, so that's the birthday and that is going to be update groceries. Don't know if I will do it at 12. In fact, let's put it down 3 o'clock or something. And I'm actually going to get one of my stickers from my stash because that's something I'll have to find a balance of too with using kits. I have all these little stickers here and I don't want to not use them either and only use kits every week. So I'm going to update the groceries, but it's on a computer. And then that one already has glasses for the birthday. So that's New Year's, and let's write these in as I go because I'm going to get lost. So that's the birthday. And then that little sticker, by the way, is from Coffee Monsterz Co. The little emoji wrapped in a blanket and wearing a bear onesie. And that's everything in for Monday. So Tuesday, I need to put in that I'm going back to work. And I'm not in the office or anything. I'm working from home. And I need a sufficiently grumpy little emoji for going back to work. Let's use this one. Here. And we'll put him up there for going back to work. Okay, then I have leave out the bins. So I have a little emoji. Leaving out the bins with, let's do blue. No, because that's blue. Let's do purple. And we'll put it in here, even though it will not be done at 6 in the morning. Little emoji, leave out the bins. And then I have a Tesco delivery at 12, so I'm going to use a green. There's no green in this, actually. So let's use a grey zig cling colour dot and dot the 12 because it's going to happen at 12. And get a yellow box. It's all doing something so new. I'll get used to it. Before I know it, this will be a complete habit. So groceries. So I just spotted this little working girl from Hubman and Chubgirl. I'm going to put that to the side of work. Or no, I'm going to put it over the Saturday and Sunday, I think. Because I don't need that down there. And then I'll put this down here. And that's going to be marking updating the groceries. Or the actual delivery rather, not updating the groceries. So Tesco delivery. Yeah, that's what I'll do, and because that is specifically at 12 rather than just being put in there, I dotted the 12. That's how I'll do it. Yeah, so what else? The Wednesday I need to put out which bins it is, so let's put them up at the top, you know, around the 6 AM time. And we'll just use a box and cover this. And then I'll use another bin sticker. Why not? I have them. Use a little trash day from Hubman and Chubgirl. And write which ones they are. And it is the brown, the wheelie, and the food. We'll have to leave them out the night before because they are picked up first thing in the morning. And I could just write which bins they are here, but I prefer writing it on the Wednesday because it's kind of that nod that Wednesday is the day they are actually picked up. Tuesday's just the day that they're left out. Makes sense in my brain anyway. And then the only other thing that I know of that I need to put in is at 5 o'clock. I have a nail and lash appointment. And I have some self-care stickers. And I think I'll use this little lash appointment sticker from Hubman and Chubgirl with a box. And that's at 5 o'clock. So we need to specifically dot 5 o'clock. I love this. I love how it's turning out. I'm so happy that I'm using my kits. I just need to make sure I keep up with using my other stuff alongside it and not solely use the kits because I want to use my stash. I'll find the balance. Anyway, so I have plenty left. Let's write in nail and lash appointment. Yeah, this is going to have to be, for the days I post, I will dot with a grey marker, I'd say clean colour dot or whatever, the days I actually post. Or maybe circle it or something, I don't know. This is just going to be... I didn't ask you a question, Alexa, so calm your ham. Anyway, yes, this is going to be for whatever I happen to need it for. I'll just leave it blank. I'll maybe fill in it, put in a little sticker in there just for fun. And in fact I will for up here. Let's do the little 2024 glasses. But for these ones here, I'll fill them in on the day. Maybe I'll need the space, maybe I won't. Here's going to be my event stickers. And when there is no event, I will just fill it in. So let's use up some of these that are dated 2024. Oops. So we have you.
I don't have the pieces of you buried in the flashback.
I picked off all these little things from the sticker sheet. Let's put some of these around the place too.
All these wicked nightmares has gone cold. Now we go way, way back, as far as way back goes. Still standing by your side. You know I'll be right.
Okay, and then I'm going to grab my little keep it together sheet.
And all the monsters come on. I've got you.
I totally didn't see these with a little balloon. I should have used that for the birthdays. I might actually use the little dots for the weather, just to have something to jazz this section up a little bit. Where's my tweezers? Is there enough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let's do blue. It's like doing a dot with a zig clean colour dot marker, but with a sticker instead. Just for a little something. I considered putting like weather stickers, but I wouldn't have enough to do 52, and most days would be a little cloud with a rain. But what I'll do is I'll use my weather stickers for like different days, like if it's an exceptionally hot day or if it snows or something. Anyway, so I have these, one sheet, plenty to put in all these missing spaces, plus my actual sticker stash. I'll set that to the side to use when the week starts. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that initial little plan with me. Oh, I just shot the lid of this halfway across the room. Great stuff. I hope you enjoyed that, yes, and I'll definitely show you what it looks like completed, and then we'll do next week's, which will be no time going in because time flies. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.
Is there a place with sun all year round and pina coladas?